You're listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast. Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power of Double XI.
Power21.org Internet Radio.
You're listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Hey, my name is Davis and I'm from Haiti, but I live in Dominican Republic. I'm here, Positive Power 21, Jerry Royce Live Worldwide.
That's right. You tell him, little buddy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Late Night. That's right. Tonight we got the Wednesday night triple podcast. That's right. Featuring the live jazz experience with Lady. That's right. DJ Lady Praise and DJ Jazz Man coming out of Chestertown, Maryland. That's right. You can hear them on Sundays from 6 to 8 on FM 90.5 WKHS. And also you catch them at www.khsradio.org. That's right, y'all. You will get that smooth jazz. That's right. Lady Praise got an awesome playlist. So if you feel like chilling back a little bit, take a little break from the gospel music, the secular music, check them out at wwkhsradio.org. Okay, Batman got it right this week. All right, yeah, we got a great guest tonight for you. Big lineup. That's right. You got Jazz Man and Lady Praise. They're going to be talking to Steve Dalton of the Vinegas. That's right. I believe he comes out of South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. I know he's all over the world. It's hard to tell where he's based at. I think it's South Carolina. But he'll tell us all about it in a minute. So let me bring up the crew, the FM crew coming out of Chestertown, Maryland. What's going on? What's What's up, Lady Praise? What's up?
Hey.
Jazz Man. Jazz Man. You're good.
How you doing?
Doing
good evening, everyone.
All right. Happy New Year. That's right. 2020.
Happy New Year.
Amen.
Yeah, Happy New Year to everybody, guys.
Right, God is good. All right. You guys excited? This is the first time me talking to you guys for 2020, right? You guys had a couple weeks off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Yeah.
All right. So before we bring your guests on, Lady Praise, give us a rundown. What's going on in Chestertown Radio? What's going on?
Hey, we are still doing our thing. We're just having a good time with the radio stations, trying to load up for 2020. I'm getting ready to do my concert at the Mainstay in Rock Hall, Maryland on January 20th, where I'll be singing gospel and jazz and pop and some R&B music.
All right. Awesome. And we just want to remind everybody, all your businesses out there in Delaware, Jersey, Philly, D.C., Baltimore, you're looking for a place for your business to call home, hit us up right here, y'all. We got plenty of opportunities for you guys to get your brand out there. These guys are all over the Delmarva and the DMV, so you got to check them out. People tell me all the time, I've been listening to Chestertown. People didn't know where it was at one time. They know now.
That's awesome.
That's right. They said, "Baby, what you doing What you doing in Chestertown?" They like, "Where is it?" I said, "Yeah, man. It's on the other side."
Fantastic. That is great.
That's right. And we had some good news. We talked to one of our good buddies from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I think I'm saying it right. Stephen Marshall. Shout out to brother Stephen. Yeah, there we go. Shout out to Stephen Marshall. We had a chance to chat with him the other day. He said, man, people been telling him that they see him all over TV. He's on the digital network. He's on WATC with My Journey with Paula G. So you got to check it out, y'all. My Journey with Paula G airs on Thursdays at 11:30 a.m. in the morning. That's right. Catch her right before, I think she comes on right before Babby's House. For some of you that's familiar with Miss Babby Mason. So check out WATC. And also you can check her out at 11 o'clock on decab25.com. I think that's right. Too much stuff to remember. I got to start writing stuff down. So anyway, you can check out and you can catch the whole lineup.
You're doing all right.
Well, we got more to go. Check out the whole lineup. That's right. You got Lakeisha Mosey Show, The Red Room, and My Journey with Paula G, all airing from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock on DeKalb25.com. And if you live in the area in Atlanta, you can catch it on channel 25 on Comcast. All right. Another exciting news. This weekend, my man, Dr. Terrell Jenkins, going to be in town. He coming in from Arkansas. He bringing Coach Tanya here from Tanya Johnson. We're going to be here doing the Lakeisha Mosey Show and a little bit of late night. My man, Mr. Glover, going to be here too. He's an author from the Baltimore area. He's going to be here too. So we be excited. So look for some promos on that. So me and Jordy going to be doing our thing in the studio this weekend. So we're excited to have some guest clients come on in town to get their TV on. And hopefully we'll be able to get Jazz Man and Lady Praise here real soon. All right?
Yes.
That's right.
Looking forward to it.
Amen. That's right. 'Cause the station managers is asking for some more shows, so we got to keep the shows rolling in. All right. So that's pretty much it for my updates. Of course, we got a whole lot more, but we'd be talking for 30 minutes if I do that. So many exciting things happening, but we'll talk about it next week. Some other things that's coming up in Graysonville. We're always talking about Graysonville, the community center. We got some stuff going on there this spring through the summer. So we want you guys to be part of that. You're an author looking for, place to, put your book on the shelf so people know about it, know where to get it. Hit us up. All right. So, Jazz Man, what you got, Jazz Man? I know you got something going on. What's going on, Jazz Man?
Now, there's this great new restaurant. It's been in I guess, existence for about a year. It's called A Taste of New York. It's in Smyrna, Delaware. I ate there last Friday on my birthday. And they also have live entertainment. And this Sunday, January 19th, between 4 and 8, they have two entertainers. This is smooth jazz and R&B. The guitarist, Louis Wright. And the vocalist is Tracy Raheem. And it's 4 to 8, January 19th, at A Taste of New York restaurant in Smyrna, Delaware.
All right, there we go. That's right, big time. All right, congratulations to them, and happy belated birthday to Jazz Man. Birthday was on January 10th, and he was busy having a good time.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. God is. All right. Well, speaking of great things happening. Stephen Dalton, I've been knowing him and his wife Lisa for a while now. Actually, I think I met Lisa first. She was actually publishing a book. She reached out to Positive Power and then found out that they have a nice, awesome group that they both manage. And beautiful music, a lot of energy in their music. They got a brand new song out called God is Love, and also a brand new video. So we've been airing that on Positive Power. And so he reached out to us. So he's going to be the guest tonight on the Live Jazz Experience. And you guys know we bring a mixture of different genres here because everybody has a testimony. So, not everybody is singing gospel and Christian music, but they probably do in church on Sundays. But their regular gig is some other forms of music. And we all grew up on different forms of, being African American, we know it all, y'all. What we do the blues, we do rock and roll, rock, pop, you name it. And some of it's good, clean music. It's not all bad. That's right. It's not all bad. So anyway, let's bring Mr. Dalton on so he can tell his story to Lady Praise. What's going on, Mr. Dalton? Welcome to Positive Power, sir. What's up? How you doing?
Jerry, doing good, sir, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Hey, man, there he is. He got that radio voice. So me and Jazz Man, we got to tune up. We got to tune our voice up. All right. but Steve, how long has Batman known you guys? It's been a couple of years, hasn't it?
Yeah, man. We met, oh, gosh. And I met you first.
Oh, you met me first. Okay.
It was about, I connected with you first with our first single and video. About 4 years.
4 years. 5. And we still rocking that video too, man. People could catch that on in DeKalb. Yeah, right there in Georgia. We rock that all the time, man. It's one of our favorites, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it.
That's right. People doing their thing and doing it first class, That's because you're independent don't mean you got to do stuff raggedy, right?
Better say it, sir. That'll preach right there. That'll preach.
That's right. But look, Lady Praise and Jazz Man is going to take over. So I'm right here engineering and control. So if you guys need me, I'm right here. And we do have a song that we can play at the end of the, when you guys are ready, let me know. And we'll rock the video later tonight also. Amen.
Amen. Okay. Great.
Amen. Sounds good.
Well, hi, Steve. This is. How are you? This is DJ Lady Praise. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good, DJ Lady Praise. How are you? And nice to meet you.
Yeah, very nice to meet you too. So please tell the audience about your group.
Yes. We are Steve Dalton and the Leviticus Singers of Charlotte. We are based out of North Carolina. Of course, North Carolina and South Carolina, they're right beside each other, but we are based out of North Carolina. We've been in ministry for a number of years. We've been singing professionally since 2006 and recording since 2006. And we're just a group of young people, although nobody's like super young, but I always say we're a group of young people with a lot of energy that just loves to keep the Lord first within our music. And it's always the prayer that it's seen through the music so that the people can really be blessed and can really get what they deserve whenever they come in the midst of us actually ministering, not just for the people, but unto him. And of course, in return, he does the blessing of the people. So, and we're just excited about what God has for us. And we're always looking forward and always looking to definitely connect with great people and great platforms. So that's the gist of who we are.
Oh, wow. So how did all this come about that you guys just started to sing? I mean, was it just, God just, told you just, hey, start to sing or form a group or how did it come about?
Sure. Actually, we came together supporting a national conference here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We had singers from all across the country for 3 years. And at the end of the third year, the Lord, spoke to me and mentioned, it was time to actually to do something outside of the four walls of the church. And really, that had already been spoken over my life anyway, early on. And so he just kind of merged the past with the present. And then what I did was, of course, I shared it with, the people that were a part of that third year conference. And, some were able to be a part and some couldn't be a part for various reasons, whether it was geographical or, it just season-wise, it just, it wasn't going to work for them. But, I shared the vision with, those that were there and the ones that accepted it, and we've been running ever since.
Wow. So where have you guys performed? All over the country, or just really that down in the South, or where have you guys performed?
Oh, no. Literally all over the country. The only place we haven't been yet is out west. We haven't been out west yet, and we will be out west in March. So, but everywhere else, we have been there.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, fantastic. So, again, you said, so what are your ages in the group? How many members are in the group?
I have 7 singers and 4 band members, so you can say a total of 11 people. And our ages range anywhere from, I think the youngest is 28 up to 63. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So is it more praise and worship, or is it contemporary gospel, or is it what I call old school gospel, or is it more, like I said, praise and worship, or what?
Well, actually, when we first started, it was more on the, I would say more on praise and worship. But, as a writer, and because we go to so many different places, you just want to be apt, to be able to minister to all types of people and all types of congregations. And the Lord, he requires us to be prepared. So we do everything. We do it all. I mean, we have old school gospel songs we do. We have contemporary songs we do. We have gospel classics we do. We have stuff with a hip hop blend that we do. At the end of the day, you just want to be well versed. Yeah, I mean, we do stuff at Lutheran churches, Episcopal churches where it's quiet, where they have no drums and they just want acoustic guitar, or we do a lot of festivals outside to where it's just mad loud, mad crunk. So hey, man, I mean, we're just glad that we're able just to present, the expressions all different. But at the end of the day, we know it's all about him. So it's always the same, but yet and still it's different because of the different places and the different people that we encounter. So we don't have one sound; we have multiple sounds.
Yeah. So have you guys recorded a lot of different? Do you have a lot of different albums, or are you just really starting to start out, or you know what I mean, or how is your recording going? How many albums have you recorded so far?
We did an EP in 2006. We did one.
Oh, wow. So you guys have been around for a while.
Yeah, we've been around for a minute.
Yeah.
So we have a plethora of songs.
Yeah.
But the key to it all is to understand how this really works industry-wise when it comes to budgeting and make it work. That's the key, because everybody records a song in their living room per se nowadays. But you got to have the financial backing in order for it to really do what it needs to do. So that's the key to it all. Also.
Yeah. So how difficult was that to get your first? Probably since you've been really recording since 2006, it must have been really difficult to get that first start, and especially to find a label that would sign you.
Yeah. We're independent, and we've always been independent, and it had really worked for us being independent.
Yeah.
It's just, how can I say it? Especially when you're new. I'll start here. Especially when you're new into a situation.
Yeah.
And you don't really know the business like that, or you have people that don't really know the business. You can almost be sold a dream, but you have to understand that it's more than just, you're just recording and that's just it, and it's going to go to the top. You have to have money for marketing. You have to have money to travel. It takes money to really make this thing, do, what it needs to do in regards to, having a band, having singers. It can be costly, just being totally honest. So you have to be prepared. And then many times we do it backwards. We're not prepared, but we got the music. And then the music don't go nowhere. And then the music, it may not go anywhere because you don't have the money to actually fund the music. And that can be a dream killer. So, I always share with people, just try to do it the other way, as you are preparing, just try to, go ahead and get your budget in place, because you have to be able to market the song. You can't just have the song and just pass it on to your family members. You want the world to hear it.
Yeah. So how are your sales going? So how do you finance? So how do you finance your shop? How do you finance donations or?
Sure. Donations are always welcome. Love offers are always welcome. Of course, we have honorariums. Of course, when we go places, and not every event is a paid event. But for the most, they are. So we definitely have honorariums, and I have a great job. So I'm able to travel and be flexible and go in when I want to go in and all that good stuff, and I get paid. So it kind of balances all out again. But that key is you have to have that mindset of understanding that you have to have a budget, because if you don't have a budget out here, I know a lot of great ministries and powerful singers, but without the funds, nobody hears the music.
Well, yeah, because again, if you don't have the funds to get it out there, the marketing, promotion, the music. It's just sitting in an iPad somewhere or something on an iPhone. Yeah,
that's true. Or it's just only amongst your friends and only amongst your family versus being able to get out globally someplace. So yeah, you want to definitely have that mindset to understand budgeting and marketing and things like that.
Wow, great! Wow. Mm-hmm. Hey, Jazzman, you have any questions?
Yes, how you doing, brother Steve Dalton? This is Jazzman.
Hey, Jazzman,
I have several questions for you. All right.
Sir. I'm ready.
All right. Now, you mentioned, I guess, the biggest challenge in the music business has been dealing with money. Okay, you mentioned that initially you started out independent. Now, during the course, we know in business there's a lot of challenges. Have you ever thought about getting private investors, or you felt that you wanted to stay completely independent where you solely finance it?
Well, investors, I mean, that's like having a label. And, I am all for it. Of course, what you do have to keep in mind is, and see, this is what people don't understand about labels. The money you get from it, that's a loan. And you have to be able to pay the money back. So you have to, and those are things that we don't, as artists in many cases, you don't understand that. All you see is, all the stories you hear, this person got an advance, but that's a loan. You have to be able to pay that back. So it's almost like, okay, how do I, get in position to pay it back, or what is the best way, or how, what's best for you? And I think that's what it really boils down to, because, today, labels are hardly no more anyway. It's not like it used to be 20 years ago, to where, you used to have the RCAs and the Sonys and the, and some are still around, don't get me wrong, but it's not the same because, as artists, people have tapped into getting their music out, in so many different ways. So, as an independent artist, you can really win today, but you have to understand and learn the rules. If you don't learn the rules, when I say learn the rules, I mean, again, I keep going back to understanding what a budget is, understanding what marketing is, understanding strategies and things along those lines, and understanding who the people are that you need to connect with, like a Jerry Royce, so many other people, because if you don't connect with the right people, like gospel is no different than any other genre, you can't get robbed.
Yeah, that's great advice for all the people who want to get in the business, to learn and research the business.
You have to.
So that's good. Yeah. Now, you write your own songs also, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever thought about marketing your songs to other artists?
I have, and that is always open. Because at the end of the day, when you can do that, and that's when you get into to the position, in the point to where it's almost, how can I say it? It's almost like you can make the money when you sleep.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Residual income.
So you better know it. So that's always open. And I have had a few encounters with people that have heard the music, and people I've kind of done some things for. So that's a major plus. To be able to shop your music out to artists or to other artists, because oftentimes, we'll do the song and we just want to hold the song. But if you can get somebody, especially in many cases, and this is something that we don't know too, general public wise, a lot of the major artists, they don't write a lot of their songs. I can run a list of names of people, they don't write all their songs. But it's public information though. But you just may not know on the surface, because so when you're in the gospel arena, like I am, and you got your ear to the ground, you'll hear, okay, Marvin Sapp is recording it, and he's looking for song submissions. You'll hear J.J. Harrison, You for Praise, is recording, and they're looking for song submissions. So everybody don't write everything, but just from the outside looking in, you may not know that.
Now, Steve, do you prefer to choose the artist for your song, or the artist choose you?
Well, I'll say it like this. Preferably you want everybody to be who they are and say who they are, because your song is like a child. So you definitely want your child to go to the right parent per se. So if I've never ran into the situation, but if I ever ran into a situation to where my spirit was troubled by an individual that wanted a song from me, because I'm not caught up in the fact of money, I wouldn't do it. If it didn't set right with my spirit, I wouldn't do it. So,
but that's very commendable of you, though, that you got a more of a criteria than just the bottom line.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Absolutely. So,
and one more question before I turn it over to Lady Praise is, what inspired the song for you to write "God Is Love"?
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna give you a short version. I mean, if we look around today, there are so many things happening in our world. So many people are being challenged. So, number one, I wanted a message that that people could actually live by and to be encouraged by, because the world is hurting in so many different ways, shapes, forms, and fashions. That's one thing. Another thing is for us we call ourselves Christian. There's something happening right now. There's a conversation taking place, and the conversation it's almost demonstrating that if you're not Christian, then you don't have access to God, and that's not true, nor is it right, because we don't have the autonomy to tell people if you're not a Christian you don't belong here, or you can't sing Christian songs, or or we can't intermingle. So that's one thing. I was like, that's not good. So that's another part of the spin on the song. And then the other part is, as we show people that are not Christian God's love, it's also important for us to show God's love to each other. The same love that He has bestowed upon us, which is endless. We have to show that same love and grace to other people, because we all have a challenging story,
love that.
whether we share it or not. And we're not perfect people, not by a long shot. So hey, if He turned if he winked at our ignorance, and like the Bible said in an instance, sometimes, man, you have to let people live, and it's okay. You can't chastise people on everything, because people are growing, especially new people, and especially when you're trying to draw people and pull people into the kingdom. Let them live. Whatever the thing is, they'll get it right. You just be there to encourage and just to love people. So that's what the song is about.
Amen.
I like that. Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
This is what it is that it's a song about transformation, and everybody's at different stages of it.
Exactly.
All right. Great answer.
Christians, what we like to see oftentimes as Christians is we want to see everybody's transformation on all stages right in front of our face, but that would never happen because he doesn't design it that way.
Excellent. Okay, DJ Lady Praise, back to you.
Yeah, hey, so I usually like to do my lightning round questions. So get ready, okay?
Okay.
So if you could, I always like to ask this question. If you could talk to anyone in the Bible, who would it be and why?
I would like to speak with the Apostle Paul. For
really?
those of us, yeah, absolutely. I would love to talk to the Apostle Paul.
Yeah.
Because his story is an example of God's love. Because he started out as a persecutor of Christians, but how he ended, he became one of the foremost front voices for Christ. So to understand, for him to give me the account of the testimony when he met Jesus, on the road, when he became blind, how that was for him, and then how his heart truly felt in regards to softening and changing over the years. He's going from having blood on his hands, to being one that was actually persecuted himself. So I would love to talk to him.
Oh. Yeah. Paul was deep. So actually, he almost wrote all the New Testament.
Exactly.
Basically. So he would be an awesome person to talk to. Actually, yeah. So who have you performed on stage with? Any big gospel artists? And if so, who would it be?
Wow. Let me see. Let me just run down best I remember. J.J. Harrison and You for Praise, Marvin Sapp, Dietrich Haddon.
These are people that you've sung with already?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Dietrich Haddon, Pastor John P. Key, Jacqueline Carr, Jonathan Nelson. So we have the the Lord has graced us to be a few places, and the list kind of goes on. So those are some of the people that we've shared the stage with so far.
Yeah. So who is the one person you haven't sung with that you would love to sing with?
Like Kirk Franklin, he would be somebody that we would love to do.
Everybody says Kirk Franklin.
Man, yeah, man, it's a party. It's a party when you're around Kirk. So hey,
you got that right. It's definitely a party. Definitely a party with him. Oh my gosh, he was so awesome. So again, I do my lightning questions. So, what season do you like best, fall or winter?
I'm a winter person.
Really, I've never had anybody say a winter person. You like snow?
Yeah. Well, we're in North Carolina, so we don't get a lot of snow like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute.
So it's kind of so it makes it kind of easy for me to say I like winter. I'm kind of it kind of works for me.
Yeah, I see.
Right.
Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, but like I said, you don't get a lot of you don't get a lot of snow down there. So whoa. So
yeah, we don't.
All right, cool. Well, Batman, I am ready. I guess we're ready for some music. I guess we could throw some music up.
Yeah, that's right. And I want to add, I had the big treat of seeing Stephen and his group perform live. I think I've seen them twice at award shows, and they put on a heck of a show. You know how sometimes you see these artists' videos, and then you see them in person, you're like super duper disappointed. They take it to the next level. Mm-hmm. It's just like watching their video. You recognize the members for one, because they do an excellent job with their cinematography. And I gotta take my hat off, Steve. You guys are right up there, man. I can see why you guys had the opportunity to perform with those major artists, because you guys are right up there with them, man.
Jerry, thank you so much, man. Thank you, man. And you're right, man. We have met twice. You're absolutely right. Thank you, man. Absolutely, man. To God be the glory, man. And yeah. So just, but you said it earlier, because you are an independent artist, it don't mean that you have to just have nothing that isn't quality. That's not true.
That's right. That's right. And that's right. Because I remember, that's right. We did the Spin Awards. See, DJ, Lady Praise and Jazz, man, they're going to have to hang out with me when next year, 2020, we'll be at the Spin Awards. Man, it's so
October.
Awesome. Yeah, so awesome.
Bring them down, man.
Yeah.
So they can take it all in.
Yeah.
That's right. And what's so surprising about it's a lot of. And there's a lot of big surprises in the independent gospel industry, because a lot of the artists had tried secular before, and a lot of them have been backup singers for some of the artists that we know today. So you'd really be surprised who's out there. So that's why right. when you go to these award shows or these concerts, you can't say, oh, this is not going to be a premium show or whatever. It's nowhere near that. Mm-hmm. It's always, it blows your mind what these people bring to the table, and especially here in Baltimore too, because a lot of them don't have the opportunity to perform at some of our big stages, like at Morgan. They have the big Murphy Fine Arts Theater. It's very expensive to get in there, but a lot of time these artists will book a church and have their anniversaries. Go out there and support them. Sometimes the tickets are free, maybe love donation. I say go out there and check them out. They're always promoting on Facebook all the time on events. You'd be surprised what you're going to get when you get there. So that's what I tell everybody. Give them a shot, y'all. Give them a chance. Add them to your playlist. I know myself and a lot of the independent radio stations out there right now, they work hard to get these artists on their playlist. You can catch Tony D and all of them all the time playing their music. A lot of these stations are actually becoming registering with some of the stations that count the spins. That's
right.
So that helps them get money.
Yeah, that's right.
So a lot of it is important to them. So support them, y'all. Add the music to your playlist. We're about to play God and Love now. So that's when you can add. All right. DJ Lady Praise. I know you got a big playlist on Sundays. You can add it to yours, right? You can do that?
Yeah.
All right. So they can hear it on the FM
I
side.
probably could.
That's right. Yeah, you could do that. You can add it in there. Add it to this is a Sunday. Give them some gospel. All right. So we about to listen to it right now. And this is from Stephen Dalton in Leviticus out of North Carolina. Man, I'm always down. Matter of fact, if my son is an A&T, man, you guys gonna see me, man, if he gets an A&T.
Man,
Keep your fingers crossed.
Auntie is out from the house, brother.
Man,
out from my house.
And we have visited that school like twice already because of my daughter.
Yeah,
man, small world,
Okay.
Small world. Yeah, we got a great following in that area too. All right, well here we go. God in love.
This song is for anyone that feels like giving up.
He's a forgiving God, yeah. No matter how low it is, He wants you to.
Let's go, Maurice.
He wants you to live. Oh. You don't have to walk in guilt no more. You shall live. You shall live. He gave His life so you can be restored. You can, 'cause God is love. God is love. God is love, yeah. He'll never stop loving you. He'll never stop loving you. He'll be right there for you. Pick up the bed. Through the highs and through the lows. 'Cause God is your strength. No matter how bad you feel. Oh, God is love. God is love. He'll never stop loving you. Never stop loving you.
You may feel broken, but listen to these words. There's nothing.
There's nothing you've ever done He won't forgive.
Sing, Keela.
No matter how low it is, He wants you to live. You don't have to walk in guilt no more. No more. He gave His life so you can be restored. God is love, yeah, yeah. Oh, He'll never stop loving you. He'll never stop loving you. No, He won't. Never. He'll be right there for you. Through the highs and through the lows. No matter how bad you feel, God is love. God is love, yeah. He'll never stop loving you. Never stop loving you, yeah. Never stop. He'll never stop loving you. Never stop loving you. He'll never leave you alone. He'll be right there for you. He will be right there. Through the highs and through the lows. Love you. No matter how bad you feel.
His love will never stop. Now let's take it to the next level. Sing, Kendra.
No matter what you say. He'll never stop. He'll never stop. No, never stop. He'll never stop. He'll never stop. He'll never stop.
He'll never stop, y'all.
Never stop. He'll never stop. He'll never stop. He'll never stop. No, never stop. He'll never stop loving you. He'll never stop.
Say it one more time. One more time.
Even when you never stop. He'll never stop. In the shadow of death, God is always there.
Sing, Christian.
He's a very present help in the time of trouble. So He'll never stop. He'll never stop. He'll never stop.
He'll never stop.
Wait on the Lord. He'll never stop loving you.
Let's get out of here.
Nothing you've ever done He won't forgive.
Just remember, no matter what it is, God loves you.
You're listening to Jerry Slide Worldwide Podcast.
All right, that is Steve Dalton and the Leviticus Singers. All right, so let's bring our guests back out here. And Lady Praise and DJ Jazzman out of Chestertown, Maryland. You can catch their show.
I like that. I like that, Steve. I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you so
that's
much.
nice.
Thank you so much.
Real nice.
Hmm.
That's right.
I love the
Powerful.
message.
Hmm.
Powerful music.
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear from people, that they got the message. And we do, like Jerry mentioned earlier, we do have a video that supports the song. So when you actually see the video, it's really going to drive it home.
And we will be playing it after the show too. We got both of your videos just right after the show.
Yeah, man, and I appreciate you, man. I mean, you keep it on rotation, brother. Thank you, man.
we do, man. We try, man. And also, it airs in Georgia too. So those of you living in the Georgia area, you can catch it, like I said, on Thursdays when all of our shows. And MVP with Sky runs on Tuesday nights. Late Night with Jervis Live runs, I think, on Wednesday nights. So people are seeing it, man. They definitely catching rotation on television as well. So not just on social media. Amen.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man.
All
yes,
right.
Sir. Thank you so much, Jerry.
All right. And look, we gotta let you know next time we're in Atlanta, man, so you guys can come through and perform at the Black Box. Now it's not as big as what you're used to, but the main thing is we can get you guys in there. The Black Box Theater.
Yeah, man, let me know. Give me a heads up and let me know.
I sure will. So far it looked like we probably won't be there until the summer. I'm not a winter heat person. I'm more of a fall, spring. So we're probably looking at more like September, October when we be back out there again. So I definitely let you know. We're trying to space out our travels because I would like to make the Spin Awards again this year, which is in October.
Yeah.
And then we got the TAP Awards, which is another good one too. I'm not sure if you guys been to Arkansas, but man, you're talking about a fantastic event. The TAP Awards is another nice one too. That we've been pushing in this area.
I haven't been to that one yet.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah, I think they actually about to hit their 4th or 5th in their IMDb award show also.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, people, independents doing their thing these days, man. Every independence. Gotta take your hat off.
Sure.
Yep. God is moving in us, man.
Absolutely.
That's right. Not all left to just mainstream. Everybody got an opportunity now. Just gotta be correct with it, right? All right. So we're gonna get out of this show at 9:15, but we're gonna run the video. We got Late Night with Dr. Trinnell coming up at 9:30. This is this show is pretty deep. It's talking about depression. A lot of us are not as transparent as we should be. A lot of people are suffering alone, in darkness, and their families don't even know what they're going through because they're afraid to share it because it's not popular to let people know you feel this way, which is dangerous in this world because we got so much noise out here. People can't hear you. So please tune into the show. Hopefully it will help, anybody who's going through this type of mental illness, that they will seek help and won't be afraid to tell their family what they're going through. So check out this show coming up at 9:30 with Late Night with Dr. Trinnell. And then at 10:30, we got Johnny Ross with Let's Talk to the Lord. And he has a special guest on his show as well. So check it out, y'all. We got the Wednesday night triple podcast, and got to stay tuned, y'all. And you remember you can catch it on Spotify, and iHeart, iTunes, on demand. You can check it out while you're at work. All right. You got a last question for Mr. Dalton, Lady Praise?
No, not at all. Just thank you so much for sharing your testimony and your ministry this evening. Wonderful.
Thank you all for having me. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right. We can't leave out Jazz, man. Jazz, man, you got one final question?
Yeah, just Brother Steve, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show and best wishes in all your future endeavors. And I do have one more question. What makes you independently unique?
Good question. And first of all, again, thank you all for having me on tonight. The platforms such as these are very important to all artists, but especially independent artists that we're trying to get our voice out and to get our message out and our ministry out. One thing that I would say that probably makes me as an individual unique, I really enjoy cartoons. And what I mean by that is because I keep such a rigorous schedule, that downtime to have laughter is really important to me. Like some people like to sleep, I like to laugh. So that makes me That makes me unique because when you see me in my ministry element, you see the seriousness of the music. You see, the execution of the music, et cetera, et cetera. So you may not know that from the exterior, but once you definitely, get to know me, yeah, man. So I would say, just as a personal caveat, that makes me unique, man. I like to laugh, brother.
Oh, okay. Everybody needs that downtime.
That's right.
You know it, man.
Some people laugh.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's how we have fun on this side of town, man. Nothing but laughter, man. Gotta laugh. gotta break a smile. That's right. All right, Steve, we really appreciate you, man. And again, man, I will keep you in the loop what's going on. So if you guys decide to hit the DMV or the Delmarva, and you guys see something on the event page that you like, y'all want to be part of it, just let us know. We'd be more than happy to have you guys. I know you guys travel, and there's a lot of you guys. I think it's like, 5, 6 performers, and then you said the band?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
We don't have to bring the.
You got it.
Yeah, but
I will, man.
Yeah, you won't have to bring the band. We'll make sure you got quality sound. From your soundtrack. So you don't have to bring all that. All right. So look, y'all, we can ready enjoy his 2 videos. I'm gonna play the new one, and then I'm gonna play the one that we received from him a couple years ago. All right, so here we go. This one is God and Love.
Thank you, Jerry, man. Thank you so much for having me, brother.
You're welcome, brother. Take care, man. Look forward to hearing from you guys again. And now tell your lovely wife we say hello.
Absolutely. Nice to meet you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Thank you. You're welcome. Peace and blessings.
All right. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.